Welcome. My name is Sabrina Riccio, and I am a real estate agent here in the Coachella Valley High Desert area. But I'm also a brand strategist. And so, something that I'm passionate about is helping people activate their legacy. And there's no greater legacy than real estate. So, thank you for joining me. I'm excited to be sharing more, not just for buyers and sellers, but also realtors on how to work smarter and not harder, and to also strategically sell and have intentional purchases so that you can really live out your legacy. So, with that said, I'm excited to share with you what I believe are the four questions that every seller and buyer should ask their real estate agent. I mean, we all know that everyone and their mother is a real estate, it feels like, agent, right? But what differentiates the best from the ones that got their license, which I will say was a very, very hard test to take. I went to a private university and passing my real estate test was the hardest test I've ever taken. But I do want to share that I want to help you strategically purchase and invest. And so I believe that aligned expectations, they really lead to empowered decisions. And I want you to feel empowered when you are choosing what real estate agent you want to work with. So, whether you're selling your current home or you're buying your next one, it's just a non-negotiable, right? Working with the right real estate agent, it makes all the difference. And, I want you to choose someone who not only has experience or knows how to negotiate well or knows the town that they are selling real estate in inside and out, but I really want you to understand that what really truly sets an agent apart is how well they align with you, your goals, your timeline, your vision. Where do you resonate? Because to me, real estate is more than just another transaction. This is a transition that you're going through, and you need to make sure that you are feeling held and supported by your realtor. So, to help you really make the most of your real estate experience, I wanted to share with you four essential questions that I think every seller and every buyer should ask their agent before diving in. So, first, I want to start with my sellers out there because right now it is a buyer's market when I'm recording this, and this is August 2025. At least here in the Coachella Valley, we are in a buyer's market, and there has been an oversaturation of inventory at this current moment. But as we are continuing to acclimate technology more and more into our lives, I just really want you to be strategic on who you're working with. And so here are the four questions to ask your real estate agent before you list your home. Number one, what is your strategy for pricing and positioning my home in this market? Let's face it, a strong agent will combine local data, behavior from buyers, so buyer behavior, marketing trends, to really create a pricing strategy that attracts offers and not just attention. So it's really important to ask, how do they determine the list price and how it really aligns with your goals? Secondly, I would say and ask, how will you market my home beyond the MLS? Again, we are living in a society where marketing, you have to be really strategic and come up with something really unique. I mean, I teach marketing at my university that I'm on the alumni board at Chapman University. My social media professor has me come in every semester or so to teach his class about marketing. And I can tell you, like, the things that I learned when I got my degree 14 years ago, they're not the same as they are today. And this is a huge thing we're seeing with a lot of older realtors. They're not really up with what is going and what is evolving. And so you're seeing more and more of these successful agents are the ones that are implementing AI, and they're being strategic with the videos and the content that they're creating to market your home. So the days of just flyers and yard signs, those days are gone. You have to think of a digital strategy, social media reach, listing photography, video marketing, email campaigns, and really exclusive agent networks that they tap into. This is what's going to differentiate the good agents from the great agents. Next, I would ask, what should I do and what should I not do to get my home ready to sell? The right pre-listing prep can really make or break your sale. And so a good agent will really guide you through decluttering, repair, staging tips, and even recommend upgrades that will actually boost your return. If you want access to my pre-listing list that I have a checklist, sign up with me. Allow me to be your realtor, especially if you're in the Coachella Valley. But if I really I believe in great guides, and I really think it's important that you are preparing your home right. I can't tell you how many times I've done open houses for homes that are just completely cluttered, that are more like a museum. And it wasn't my listing, it was another agent friend's listing that I did. And the homes were cluttered, that it was a museum, that the people who were coming into my open house, they weren't able to see through the clutter. They were just seeing all these like cool pieces from around the world, or they weren't focused on visualizing themselves in that house. And this is a huge thing. So decluttering and really setting yourself up with a pre-listing prep, that is a non-negotiable. The last thing I would say for sellers is ask, how will you keep me informed through the process? Because we all know that selling your home can be really emotional and very time sensitive, right? You're selling your house because you're ready to move on. And so it's important to understand that clarity and communication are key. They are non-negotiable. So it's really important to ask what tools, what updates, check-ins they offer to really keep you in flow at every step. I don't like to say keep in the loop. I don't want to be trapped in loops, but to really keep in flow with this process that you are navigating through as you are preparing to sell your house. Next, let's talk about buyers and the 4 questions I suggest you asking your real estate agent as you are on the hunt for your perfect home that is really setting precedent for the next chapter you were diving into. So before you start your search, the first question I want you to ask, how familiar are you with the neighborhoods I'm considering? So local insights matter. They're non-negotiable. You want someone who's going to know the community inside and out, where they can tell you about school districts, zoning, future development plans, and the lifestyle vibes that you don't find just on Zillow. You want someone who knows the area that you are ready to call home inside and out. Secondly, I would say, how do you help clients navigate through today's competitive market? So, from crafting strong offers to negotiating credits and contingencies, it's important to realize that a skilled buyer's agent knows how to play the long game and how to make the fast moves. So it's important to ask them, how can they help their clients stand out? There is a competitive market, and it's funny. I went to a conference recently in San Diego, and they were saying that sellers think that it's 2021 and buyers think it's 2008. And so it's really important to make sure that as a buyer's agent, they are delivering. If you find that dream home, and let's say there's 3 or 4 other people that are also bidding on that house, how can we make our offer unique? How can we make it stand out? How do we be the ones that get chosen to call this place home? That is so important to realize and to really hone in on. Third, I would say, what is your process for helping me get pre-approved and financially prepared? So the key here is that your agent should really connect you with trusted lenders to really help you understand your buying power and to make sure that you're ready to move when the right home appears. The key as well is to make sure you're working with an agent who doesn't just give one lender, But I've found through my time being a realtor that if you give a buyer a list of 2 or 3 different lenders, and so they can make the choice on who they're working with so that they resonate with them, it's a better fit, not just for you as the buyer, but also for the seller, the lender, the agent. It just makes the whole process a lot smoother. So it's really key to make sure that your agent has a list of a couple trusted lenders. And then again, you can connect with them, see if you resonate with them or not, so that we can make your home buying process as smooth as possible. Finally, I would ask, how do you tailor the home search to my lifestyle and needs? So the best agents, they're not the ones who are just showing homes, right? They are here to help you align your next chapter with your values. So the key here is to ask how they get to know what matters to you and how they help you make an empowered decision. So for me, because I was a spiritual coach for 14 years, and it's something that I'm passionate about, and my whole real estate process, my whole, like for buyers, for instance, I have the whole journey from the soul experience I call from soul to soul. I want to know who my buyers are on a personal level so that I can know who they are and really connect them with the house that feels right. So, as someone who's been, again, a brand strategist, I've been a sound healer, I've traveled all over to clear people's houses. I've done a lot of work understanding the energy of these spaces. To me, it's really important for me to know who my client is so that I can feel a house and I can know right away, like, this is going to be a house that continues to expand my client and their journey and is like the sacred sanctuary that they're calling in. So if you're just finding an agent that's just seeing you as like another transaction, run away. You want someone that's going to hold space for you as, emotions arise and you're going through this journey and things are happening and you want to feel seen and heard and understood so that this home buying process is fun. You want it to be an enjoyable experience for you, your family, your partner, whoever it may be that you are buying with or you're with yourself, whatever, do you. But the key is to really work with someone who's willing to get to know you and willing to hear you and willing to understand you so that they can truly find the right house that you can call your sacred sanctuary. This is the place that you can call home. So the key that I just really want you to understand is that whether you're buying or selling or you're doing both, asking the right questions from the beginning really ensures that your agent is aligned with your vision, and that's a non-negotiable. So don't be afraid to get clear or be curious, and above all, trust your instincts as you're taking this leap of faith into this next chapter of buying or selling real estate. Because again, this isn't just a transaction, this is a transformation you're embarking on. So if you are thinking about making a move, let's talk about what's possible when you have a strategy rooted in clarity and intention and legacy. And if you're someone who's looking to invest or sell in the Coachella Valley Joshua Tree area, feel free to reach out. And I am here to hold that space for you, to guide you, to lead you, to, help guide you home. Because I want you to understand that this is where luxury meets legacy. And real estate, again, is one of the greatest legacies that you can really take that leap of faith into, not just for you, but for the future of your lineage. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out if you want to connect. All of my information is in the comments below, but I would love to hear what you thought of these 4 questions for buyers, sellers, where you're at on your journey. And again, if you're looking to invest in the Coachella Valley Joshua Tree area, feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Sabrina Riccio. Feel free to also subscribe or share this with someone that you may know that is also looking to buy or sell. And again, let's guide you home. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.